Hey. Hey. I didn't mean to start so early. Good morning, everyone. Hi, welcome to Scuffville. I'm back. I don't even know if you guys can hear me. Let me double check. You can! Okay. I was not ready. Okay, so I was super ready. I was ready to be prepared and have zero scuff. Look at this flan. Flan. I will get to that in a moment. I was ready to be super, like, not scuffed today, and I planned everything out and everything, and I was gonna come back so professional. However, many things went wrong in the past 10 minutes. But we figured it out. We're still back. I meant to start exactly at 10. And then run ads on Twitch. Exactly with good, proper timing. Did that happen? No. It didn't. It didn't happen the way I expected it to. But that's pretty typical, considering, you know. Flan! Yes, okay, I did get my flan. For those of you who are unaware, from last Tuesday until Wednesday, I was on vacation and I went to go visit the Dominican Republic, and it was very lovely. I got to see some moth family, as I'm half Dominican, and it was very cool. I don't have any pictures of me doxing myself. You'll see my hand in a few pictures, but that's basically it. I missed streaming though, and I rested a lot, and I feel very motivated. Okay, yeah. Did not stream on time. Getting ready up. Oh please. I actually started stream like 9 minutes early today. Okay, so I decided to just stream on YouTube today just to see what that would be like. I haven't streamed on YouTube like by itself for a bit, and I wanted to experiment today. I want to reach YouTube partner real bad. The only way to do that is to have watch hours, and the only way to do that is to encourage people to be more on YouTube than on Twitch. So maybe for the month of June, I'll be a YouTube only girly, but I'm not sure yet. I'm still deciding, but June is in like 2 days. So I gotta decide faster. We're back in my room, by the way. I kind of missed it, being inside and everything. You know, I mean, I was inside in a different room, but this is nice. You know, the storefront and whatnot, with the hydrangeas in the background and the magic teacup. I don't know if you guys remember the magic teacup, but I sure do. Everybody's moving to YouTube lately. Yeah, I guess that's true. I just want to try it out for like a month just to see what happens. Last year I did Juni month, June month of my name. So maybe for this year I'll do just YouTube and we'll see how it goes. Today is June 2nd. Don't play games with me. Hey man. There's a lot of things riding on the 1st of June, so don't even joke, lad. Don't even joke. But check it out. I don't have any like chat here because my chat is linked to Twitch. I don't know how to change it. We're gonna figure it out. I am going to learn to do a lot of things this month. I'm really trying to quote unquote level up. Removed Herobrine again, I see. Did I? He should be in the... Where'd he go? Where did he go? I didn't label him properly, so I actually don't know where he is, which is kind of scary. He could be in my files right now, and I'd have literally no idea. So, let's hope... Let's hope not. It's a negative date. What does that mean? Is he? He is there! He is there! He is there! He's there! He's there! I can see him. Can you not see him? He's... Okay, if you look, right where the swirl of my ponytail is, you can see a black pixel right there. Like a white pixel. And then a few brown pixels that are like almost transparent. He's there! He's always... He's always here. Okay, I think I told everyone I was in YouTube. Let's do it! Wow, vacation recap. Firstly, can I be honest? I'm gonna be really honest. I didn't really, like, feel prepared to go on a vacation. I typically, like, meditate my trips, right? So I'm like, oh man, I have a trip in blah 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 amount of days. Oh man, I'm going to blah 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 in 2 weeks. I didn't really feel that way this trip at all. Like the day before, I was like, oh yeah, I had to pack. And I'm like, well, I can't believe I'm like gonna be out of the country by tomorrow, sleeping in a different bed. That's kind of crazy. I got up at like 4 in the morning. The flight was so early. I wasn't excited. I wasn't excited. I should have been excited, but I wasn't necessarily excited at that hour. Considering the sun hadn't come up and it was dark and it was still cold outside and it sucked. But you know, I don't mind airplane travel. Well, I thought I didn't mind airplane travel. You see, what I had remembered, actually, is that I very much do not like ascending or descending on planes, which I was starkly reminded at 6 in the morning when the plane went up in the sky, and I forgot that, like, stomach dropping feeling, and then all those statistics of like, oh man, you know, when you're on a plane, like, the most dangerous part is going up and going down. And I saw that my pilot was young. I was like, oh man, oh no, this is not gonna be a good time for old Juni, I tell you what. That but we got there. I'm only talking about this part because I don't have the pictures for the plane, because I didn't take any because I was tired and I didn't wanna. But we got up, we got down, landed, had a little layover, and then flew straight to the DR over water. Oh, it was fun. Okay. One thing that I really love is that when I travel by plane, I get to meet people I've never met before, and I likely will never see them again. And I really, really enjoy that. So I sat beside this girl who had never been to the Dominican Republic before. She's like 16 or 17. She might have been 18. Maybe, something like that. She was quite young. Yeah, she had to be 18. She was starting university and everything, and she was going on a missions trip. And she's like, yeah, we're going to, the Dominican. She kept calling it the Dominican, which I thought was really cute. And she's like, yeah, we're going on a missions trip in, I don't know where it is, Santo Domingo or something. I was like, yeah, that's the capital. I think she assumed that she was gonna be like in the jungle, you know, like they just made it sound like she was gonna be like in the middle of nowhere. I was like, girl, you're gonna be in the city. Don't worry, like the driving is gonna be crazy, but like you're gonna be in the city, I promise you. And she's really excited. She was having a bit of a bad morning, but we started talking and she was telling me about her life. And I was telling her about mine, and she was saying this is the first time she left the country, and it was a lovely chat. I had a great time, honestly. Hi, Jennifer. Hi. I wish I could show you guys yourselves, but I don't think that's how that works. I could, but it would look really ugly. Should I try it anyway? I might try something. It'll look crazy. Think it'll work? Actually, I don't know. Let me try something real quick. I'm gonna see if I can put you guys on the window. Is that it? No. I don't think I can. Oh man. Oh, because it's like an OBS thing. Okay. Never mind. A mission trip. Interesting. Yeah, the concrete jungle. That's what I'm saying. First rule of Fight Club. Don't talk about fight. All right. Listen, I'm not talking about it. I don't know what that is. What are you talking about? Sweat drop emoji. Yeah, I met a very nice girl, and she was traveling with a bigger group and was super excited and was in such a happier mood after we landed. Like, I'm a yapper and she's a yapper, and I always make good friends with people I sit with. So that's kind of why I don't like sitting with my family during a flight. Mostly because like you're gonna be around them all the time for the entire duration of the trip. Might as well talk to someone new, you know? So I did. She was great. I'm now friends with her on Instagram. I have to message her now that I've gotten back and she's gotten back. And I need to find out how it went. Because I told her to get some pastelitos. I did get some when I was there. I didn't take any picture of them. I was eating them. I was eating them too fast, okay? Okay. Now, the PowerPoint. It's not really a PowerPoint. It's just like a slideshow of images. I'm not sure how to access my source options like I used to. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I'm messing around with stuff right now because I'm using just YouTube, and OBS got an update that makes things confusing. There used to be a hotbar that gave me options for stuff, and now the hotbar isn't there. So, I've seen like a scene of Fight Club. I haven't seen Fight Club. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what Fight Club is. That's what you're supposed to say. If anyone asks you about Fight Club, you go, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Mita, you failed the first rule of Fight Club. Anyway, here's some flan. Let me scoot over. I have a few pictures here. I don't know if it'll let me access them in a slideshow kind of way. I want to be able to click through them. Can I click through them? Let me see if I can click through them. Not like that. There's a button that allows me to click through the images, but the hotbar for all of my options to do things is like missing for some reason. Maybe it's in this? No, she broke the rule! I didn't break the rule! I didn't break the rule. I'm reminding you of the rule. This was a tutorial. I promise. Source projector? Source screenshot? Colors? Scale filtering? I did not mean for this to be as scuffed as it is. However, that sometimes just happens, and it's happening to me right now. So, you know, very, very natural, I suppose. And you lost the game. Oh, I guess so. I guess you got me there, huh? You have to see an update, click update, and then say to yourself, this better look exactly the same when I'm done, and then it's not. It's like, oh man, exactly! This update is not the same. It's like weird now. I can't do anything anymore. What if we make it automatic? Whoa, did you see that? Did it like... Whoa! It's rotating, it's rotating, it's rotating. Whoa! It's too fast, it's too fast, it's too fast. Stop, it's too fast. It's too fast. It's too fast, it's too fast, it's too fast. What if we make it too... Look at my shell I found. Wow. This is way too fast, it's too fast, it's too fast. It's too fast, it's too fast, it's too fast. It's too fast, it's too fast. What if I use arrow keys? Arrow keys don't do anything. Enter. Spacebar. No. Wrong. All wrong. All wrong things. This is so odd. I'm so perplexed. Did see some pretty good pictures. Cool. Cool, but it was very fast. Okay, we're gonna add... I think all of the pictures are out of order somehow. They shouldn't be out of order. I put them in the right order. But, maybe we will just rotate through. Maybe we'll rotate through, but I'll put an extra 0. And we'll see how it goes. Da-na-na! Okay, we may have to talk about everything out of order. Okay, I really wanted to get flan in the Dominican Republic, and I couldn't find anywhere. Like, I went to a restaurant, and they didn't have them. I went to another place, and they didn't have them. And so, when I got to one of the airports, I got flan, finally. Okay, this was the last day of the trip in the airport. This picture is from Mass. I went to a Carmelite church, which was super cool. So if you can tell, there is like a statue of Mary in the middle, and then it's Saint John of the Cross on the left, and Saint Teresa of Avila on the right. Hi, Zach. I went to a club. Guys. Okay, the one thing. Okay, maybe I should just talk about the trip in order. Picture order is helpful, but at the same time, it's just kind of doing something. Okay, we got there. This is day one. Look at the beautiful ocean. Sort of church. It was Catholic, a Catholic mass. Okay. Let me remember. Caramelite? Sure. A caramel dansen. Okay, day one of the trip. We get there. And it's a travel day, right? And I finished talking to the girl. We go through customs and everything. We're all hungry. I forgot the first thing that we ate. But we were going to see family that night. So we get to the Airbnb, which is huge and beautiful and had so many like cool rooms. And it was so like modern looking. I had a great time. I had my own little room. I settled in. And then we went to go see family because a lot of people had gotten together at my abuelo's house. I have multiple abuelos. But that abuelo's house, we all got together and there were cousins and a lot of my great aunts and uncles that were there that I had only met when I was 6 because that was the first time I went to DR and the only time I'd been to DR. So we went to go visit them. I obviously don't have any pictures because that's my family. So I didn't take any pictures of Moth family because you guys don't need to see that. But it was really nice for people to like see me because again, it has been like 20 years. So like actually 20 years. So it was really nice to like meet people that I didn't remember. George Lopez title screen. I think, okay, there is a picture of palm trees that I posted on X and people are like, this picture looks so familiar. It was literally just palm trees, I promise you. It was just palm trees. So day one, I was so tired, but Moth Mom is a yapper and wanted to spend so much time with her family that first day. So we get back to the hotel around like midnight. I'm so tired. And then the next morning we slept in a little bit and then we went out to eat. We met some of my tias and we hung out that day. There was one day where we had spent a late night out, kind of just hanging out with people talking, wandering around, eating good food because everybody and their mom was cooking, which is literally true. This is a cool picture, by the way. It's where the first mass in the Americas was held. So there's a first cathedral in the Americas, like the first church of the Americas, and this is where the first mass was held. It's right off of like a river. That's what the church looks like. It's like closed currently to the public, but it's like right off of like a river. It's pretty cool. And across the water is where the cathedral is, which is pretty neat. Fun fact. We did explore that later. Oh, we went somewhere. Oh, you'll see a slide of it. Okay, so this is a picture of the inside of a Christopher Columbus's like lighthouse. They made a lighthouse in commemoration of Christopher Columbus. And let me tell you, it's freaky in there. It's freaky in there, and I don't like it in there. If you look at that little like box kind of on the bottom, we have the body of Christopher Columbus here. I think his head is in Spain, but we have his body, so it was in that middle part. Wow, it's the building is in the shape of a cross, so we're standing right here on one of the short ends, and it apparently projects a light of like a cross in the sky. It looks kind of like a prison, and it felt like a prison being in there. I'll be so honest with you. If you know any like spiritual vibes, if you have spiritual vibes and you go into places, this is my Tama and my Kindle. If you have any spiritual vibes and you go into places, you can kind of like feel when something's off. And walking in there, there's like one part where they have like the Catholic mass and like a bunch of paintings of Mary and stuff, and it's really nice and cute. And then you walk down this part where it's supposed to be like representative of like different countries and their interaction with the Dominican Republic and like artifacts and stuff. It feels bad in there. There's bad vibes. It's like, dang. Like, listen, Christopher Columbus found the Dominican Republic first. That's great and awesome and stuff. Here's the view from my window. But like, if you go in there, it feels spiritually bad. It feels like something died. And there, like, you'll walk into like certain areas. Like, I walked in and I immediately backed out. Like, I felt like a chill down my spine. I'm like, there's something in here that needs to not be in here. This is bad, guys. This is bad news. So I backed out. I think that was day 2 or day 3. That was day 3 when we went to go see that. And we were talking, like, my mom and I are able to feel like spiritual things. And we were talking to my aunt about it, and she's like, yeah, I haven't even like fully went in there. I've seen it, and I just immediately bad vibes. I didn't go in there. I'm like, okay, so it's not just us. All right, cool. Yeah, because they have these like sculptures of like, you know, when you watch some horror movies and they're like, they have this like clay figure of some like Aztec god, and they're like, don't touch it or else it'll doom your family. It felt like that. There was like, it was spooky in there. It was spooky. So I'm glad we left early, because I was like, I'm not going all the way into some of these rooms. There's something in here that is bad. Like, it failed the vibe check. It was very beautiful. Like some places, but something like it was specific items in there that was like, immediately no. But that was day 3 when we went to see that. Day 2 was awesome. So we traveled an hour or 2 to go see my mom's godfather, who she hadn't seen in many years. Her padrino. I didn't know that's what they're called. There's my Tamagotchi, by the way. It's in the shape of a carrot. We'll talk about my We'll talk about my Tamagotchi obsession. Thank you, Mira, for my Tama. I greatly appreciate it. Where did you go? That spooky rooms. It was a lighthouse for Christopher Columbus in the Dominican Republic. I went to the DR. It was awesome. I got to see family. But day 2, we went to go see my godfather and, well, her godfather, Moms. And it was the best because he had this, there's a picture of it. There's 2 pictures of it. He had this giant mango tree, and he has this big, like, steel plated roof. And every time a mango would fall, it would hit the steel of the roof and like tumble down and either splash into the pool or like hit the ground. But when we first got there, it's like this beautiful like patio that's covered, and there was this like woven chair that I sat in the entire time because it was so comfy. It was like one of those hanging chairs that was made out of like rope, right? This is where the Kindle comes in. I brought my Kindle with me, and I downloaded a bunch of books, okay? And by the end of the trip, I had finished 4 books. That second day, I read a lot. I finished a book that day on the car ride. I finished a book day 3 in the car. I think it was on the way back from visiting my mom's godfather. The worst thing happened. So I was in the back seat because I was with 2 of my aunts, my grandfather, my mom, and the person driving. Let me tell you, driving in the Dominican Republic is crazy. How many days were you there? 7 or 8, I think, something like that. In any case, driving the Dominican Republic is scary. Okay, I heard from Karma that it is the number 2 highest rate of car accidents in the world, and I believe that. Alright, the roads were scary and the traffic was scary, but what I realized was like, oh my goodness, the roads, the streets. Okay, so I don't even want to say we because I wasn't driving. I was in the back row, okay? It was a 7-seater car, and I was occupying seat 6 and seat 7, okay? Because I was in that 2-seater row in the back by myself, okay? I was sitting back there, and my abuelo was kind of worked up because the person driving had taken a wrong turn. Because we were supposed to go down a highway, but there was an accident or something, and that would have been slow. For real, that looks like a crypt. Technically, there is a body in there, no head, but there is a person in there. We were driving. We decided not to go down the highway and follow GPS. And so my grandfather was like, okay, it's nighttime, by the way. It's nighttime, and I'm chilling because I had just finished a book. It was really good, and I started on another book, okay? Sit in the back, and that's a picture of me. It's kind of blurry. It's like of my Kindle on one side and my Tamagotchi on the other side. I only read a few pages because I realized the road was getting bumpy. This picture right here. This picture was moments before my horror, okay? Oh, hi, Tiny! Hi, Tiny! Why did Nightbot delete your message? Because you put too many emojis. Stop being mean, Nightbot! You're rude. Yeah, the picture before that one. I know what you mean. They're all of the same building. Oh, this is the mango tree, by the way. If you notice, there's orchids growing out of this tree. It's because they did tree grafting. And, you can, like, basically cut off part of a plant and attach it to another plant. And it'll grow out of the plant. So there's orchids growing out of this mango tree. It's awesome. And there's the, like, steel roof on the left. And so the mangoes would drop and it'd go poof, and then fall on the ground or into the pool. Okay, but that night drive. I look up because it's bumpy all of a sudden, and I'm like, okay, why is Abuelo like really worked up over something? Let me look around. And we're like in the middle of like nowhere, but not in a good way. Like there's like some people outside and there are some houses, but it's very dark. And it's not the highway anymore, and I have no idea where we are. Okay. Person driving. Abuelo says, oh, you need to go straight here. But he said it too late, allegedly, and the person takes a left turn. This left turn was a nightmare, okay? So we're going down this dirt road. The road is now gone. It is a dirt road, okay? We went over this, like, spooky-looking bridge into this dark passageway of trees. We made a left turn. We're going down, and it's a dirt path, and we realize, oh, this is, like, steep and dirt and, like, a hill and rocky. To my horror, there is no road. It is essentially going down a cliff. Okay, so it was dirt and rocks and no road, and I'm in the back, so I can see all of the, like, yeah, it felt like I was descending into a cave. I'm very claustrophobic when it comes to like horizontal spaces, and so being in a car and going down this like rocky thing, it felt like a vertical drop. And as you know, I don't like descending on planes, so I already was terrified. And so we're going, the car is shaking, there's trees brushing the side of the car. Abuelo's freaking out. My aunt and uncle are in the car. They're both blind, so you can only imagine just the nightmare that was. I don't know what happened to me. I don't know what was wrong. I mean, I was probably scared, but like, I'm usually not scared or freaked out or stressed out. I just started bawling. I'm like in the back seat. I'm like, I don't know why. I just started crying all of a sudden. I was so scared. And I didn't realize I could get motion sick until then. I got motion sick. And I was like, what? I ride roller coasters. What is going on right now? I think I realized something about me and in the DR. It's very hard to drive in the DR because traffic is whatever you want to do, really, to be honest with you. There's like left and right turns happening in the middle of streets that are not intersections. It's madness, and I don't like being a passenger. I don't like being a passenger in the States when my mom's driving. I don't like being a passenger when anyone else is driving because I'm a very cautious driver, and I don't like feeling like I'm not in control. So we're going down this cliff. Someone that I don't have the most faith and trust in is driving, and we're going down this vertical slope, and I'm like, I can't. I can't do it. I'm ready to go home. I need to go. I need to go back home because this is craziness. Yeah. So we finally make it out onto a road, and thank the Lord, because never again. I'm like, I don't want to drive with any of you people during the nighttime because I was evil. I was dark-sided. No. You love hiking at night. I would like to walk and be in control of my movements, I think. Welcome back. Thank you. Traffic sounds like a free-for-all. It was. It was. You can imagine my horror being a passenger. Like, I don't like being a passenger where I am now. What do you mean a passenger in a foreign country? With traffic laws that are optional. I use my turn signals for everything. Okay, I am very diligent. Alright, I like to follow the laws and the rules and the right of way and everything, okay? So, I did not appreciate the lack of road, the lack of signage, the one-way streets people were going down backwards, I can do it. Competitive PvP driving, that's what happened. Also, a draconian control freak in a car. I don't know what that means exactly. I know what draconian means, I know what control freak means, but together I'm unsure. Together I'm unsure of what that means. Yeah, so needless to say, my little chill evening, like, of peace, it was just like mangoes. We were just eating so many mangoes because they kept falling off the tree. And there was a giant mango tree. We were like, oh, let's have some mangoes. I had, a grilled fish with a head. It was incredible. I'd never eaten a fish with a head and like all its bones. And apparently it was like freshly caught that day. So that's what I was eating for lunch. You know, I was chilling, I was reading, I finished a book. I was sitting in this chair and I was swinging around and watching the pool and listening to the birds and eating mangoes and drinking tea and having soda. And just, it was a great time. And this road catastrophe happens. I'm like, I'm ready to go. I've been here for like 2 days. I'm ready to go home. No more driving forever. No more driving forever. That was awful. Oh, you eat the eyes? The eyes are tasty. I didn't. So Moth Mom does not like fish with heads or faces or fins or anything like that. So I put, cause she was sitting beside me, I put a napkin over the head of the fish so she didn't have to look at it, cause she doesn't like that the fish looks at her, you know? Sadly, mango season was 1 month ago. They were still good though. There's still some on the tree, but like not all of them are ripe. Most of them are overripe, but not all of them are ripe. So, here's the mango tree again. Mango tree! I'm missing a picture of the mangoes, I think, which is sad. They look so cool. I didn't know mangoes grew like that. Like, it's basically like a long, like, strand, not really, like a almost like a vine, and then there's multiple mangoes hanging off of that, dangling down from the tree instead of them like hanging like apples on a tree. It's like a cluster of mangoes, which I thought was super cool because I never remember seeing a mango tree. I've seen banana trees and stuff, but like I didn't remember seeing mango trees when I first went. So I was like, wow, this is so sick. You know, feels different when your food is looking at you. I used to refuse to eat crawfish because I didn't like their creepy beady eyes. I don't mind, to be honest. It was pretty cool, and I didn't realize how many like little bones are in fish, and so, you know, it was a little crunchy. I was eating all these little bones. It was awful. I hated it. But you know, it does make you feel more, and I don't know how to explain this in the proper way. It makes you feel more human when you have to eat like other animals, like a fish like that. Because you're like, man, this is a creature that was like living like a few hours ago, and now I'm eating it. There's bones and stuff. That's crazy. Moth Mom was not enthused. She thought the fish was good, but she just couldn't look at it. And she's like, Miha, could you just give me a piece of yours? Just don't have the fish look at me, please. Miha, no. You ate the bones? Well, there were some bones that were really, really, really tiny, and by the time you're mid-chew, you're just like, oh, well. I could tank this one. I can take this one. It's not like huge bones. They're like really, really, really tiny, like almost the width of a hair kind of bones, you know? Yeah, it was pretty cool though. We had that, and we had, gosh, yeah, I don't know what it is, but like salad at Dominican restaurants, a salad in the Dominican Republic just goes hard because they have these like juicy tomato wedges and like they put olive oil and salt, and that's basically it. Avocado, olive oil, salt, tomatoes, lettuce. And it's like the freshest, most delicious thing ever. Because it's like no dressing. You could put vinegar on it, like balsamic vinegar or something, but usually not the case. Usually no. Yeah, that was like day 2. Day 3 was going to the lighthouse, like I mentioned, which nothing of note. That was creepy. Day 4, we left on the 19th, so 20, 21, 22, 23. I think that was a Friday. Maybe. Okay. These are the 2 things I remember, and I'm not sure if I'm getting the day order right. But, the day after, when we went to go see the lighthouse, there was this neighborhood that my uncle lives in. So we went down the street, like 2 blocks, and there was this guy who makes pastelitos, which, if you're not familiar, they're basically like... The worst way I can explain it is that it's a calzone. It's essentially a calzone, so it's like dough, and then inside there's filling, and it's like meat. So it's like either beef and cheese, ham and cheese, chicken. It depends, but it's very delicious. I grew up eating them. I grew up making them, and going to the Dominican Republic and having them is like the best thing. That's the only thing I wanted to eat the entire time. They're also called empanadas, if you know what those are. So there's this guy that, like, he has a house, and then on the side of his house is like a garage, and like inside the garage, it kind of like connects to his actual kitchen, which is super sick. So he has this like garage door thing like on the side of his house, and like you can look through it and you can see like there's a living room in there, and everything, because it's connected to the house. And so he's cooking, and making the pastelitos like outside, and so people would come by his house and like order them, and he's got this little TV and stuff. So we ordered them, my uncle and I. Mind you, there's about 2 or 3 people who speak English. I am someone who can understand Spanish, but I don't speak Spanish. But it worked out pretty well, because people would talk at me and then I would respond, but they know enough English to know what I'm saying. So it worked. Totally different foods, but it's like the same shape. The same shape. Anyway, he was making those in his house shop thing. It was sick. We got a whole bunch of them and brought them back. We were talking that night, and we realized that we wanted to go on this little island excursion in like Punta Cana, and we had to get up at like 5 in the morning. So I was like, okay guys, we gotta go. We got our food. It's delicious. We gotta leave. We gotta get up early. So we eat, and then we go back to the Airbnb, and then we sleep. Barely. I don't think I slept that much. And then we had to drive like 3 hours across the island to get to this other excursion. There's a picture of the boat that we got on. There were 2 different sizes of boats. One was like a party boat size. And we went to this excursion to a natural swimming pool, which I brought my Kindle with me on this boat. So I finished book number 2 or 3 that day. Oh, okay. I finished book number 2 in the car on the way to Punta Cana, because I was listening to an audiobook that I started. So I finished the audiobook, and then I finished the chapter book that I was reading on the beach that day. Hi, I love you. Hi. You have the internet, you know. You could just share the name. No. Lettuce is the only thing that's making a salad and not something more like a salsa. No, it's a lot of lettuce in comparison. It's like mostly lettuce, but the delicious part are like the juicy tomatoes and the salad, and it's really simple, really. It's really simple. You didn't swim? Okay, so there's this natural swimming pool. We get on this boat. It's like a big old like party boat essentially. They had like Coke and rum they were passing around. People were dancing. They started blasting music. I can't swim. So being on a boat naturally is kind of jarring for me, because I cannot swim. So if something happens, I cannot save myself. To me, scary concept. Terrifying concept. So not a fun time. But after like an hour, I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm gonna chill. And I started reading, and so we get to this natural swimming pool, and it's still kind of early in the morning, maybe 10 o'clock, or like 11, and it was kind of like cloudy, so I assumed the water was going to be cold. So I didn't want to get in the water, and I didn't want to be like on the boat because we still had to travel to the beach itself. I didn't want to be like sitting on a boat wet when it's not that sunny outside. This was the evening on the boat ride back. So we were on a bigger like party size boat on the way there, and we would see these tiny boats that looked like they were skimming the water, like they were tilted like all the way up. And it was terrifying. Everyone's wearing life vests and was going so fast. And they were like, hey, that's the boat you're taking back. And I was like, what? What do you mean? It looks like it's like going to flip. This is I'm not getting on that. So I just kind of braced myself for that in the future. And I enjoyed reading my book on the bigger boat because I knew I couldn't read on the smaller one because of the speed. It looked terrifying watching it go. But being on it, it wasn't that bad. Right? We get to the beach. This is the beach. And immediately, once we get there, it starts storming. Raining, pouring. Okay. The water was warm because obviously you didn't swim. It's in your... Okay. Here, Karma is making a point that I should be able to swim because I'm Dominican. Because it's in my genes. Here's the thing. I'm half Dominican. I'm half African American. Okay, for those of you unfamiliar with the stereotype, African American people cannot swim. Hispanic people can swim, allegedly. You know, I can't swim, so maybe I got that from my other side of my family. I think most of them can swim now, but not like Olympic swimmers. I say that I can't swim because I can swim a little bit, but I can't swim enough to save myself for a long period of time. So if a boat were to go down, if we were to end up in the water, I need people to look for me because they're assuming that I can't swim. Because I'm able to swim long enough to like be above water for maybe 30 seconds to a minute, but I'm going to need someone to help me. But if they think I can swim, then they're not going to help me because they're going to be like, oh, well, Juni's fine. Like, she's above water right now. And then I sink. All right, so I tell people I can't swim because it's not enough in emergency situations. I feel like that's fair. You know? Can you at least float? I don't like it. And if I'm freaking out, no. Yeah. I can't tread water. I can swim a little bit, but I can't tread water. I can kind of float. Okay, so that's what we're working with. I need you to come rescue me, kind of level of swimming. Okay? Okay. just to be clear, you know. Hi, Nico. Beautiful vista, and of course it rained. Yes, it rained. Well, I was gonna let that ruin it for me. We were on the island, like it was a smaller island, for about an hour, and I got a pina colada that they had in a big old pineapple. And it was delicious. I bought one for Moth Mom, and I got mine with alcohol. She did not get hers with alcohol. She doesn't drink any alcohol. She doesn't like the taste of it. Though I did give her a beer a few weeks ago, and she actually liked it because it tastes like there's this drink that they have. I think it's popular in Puerto Rico too. I grew up drinking it. It's called malta. It's basically like a malt beverage. We made Mira try it, I think. I think Mira tried it when we were at Reach because we got some. There are two brands of it. There's a Goya one, and then there's like a one with a red label that's sweeter. I don't really know how to describe the taste of malt. It's not molasses, but it's like a cola almost. It's dark. And she got I tried a beer. It was like an oat stout beer, so it was a dark beer. And I let her try it, and she was like, oh, this kind of tastes like malta. Like, this is not bad. I'm like, Moth Mom and I are going to have a beer one of these days. I'm going to get another one of these, and then we're going to have a beer. It's going to be awesome. So let it be known that Moth Mom only likes beer. Yeah. It's a very unique taste. It is. It's very hard to describe, you know? It's very challenging to describe because it's just like a very specific thing. but it is kind of like a cola, but like less sweet, I guess. Yeah, if you were to combine Coca-Cola and a stout beer together mentally and remove the alcohol, that's what it would taste like. It's the best way I could describe it. I can't describe it any better than that. But we were on the island, right? I was having my pina colada and a pineapple, which was pretty sick. And it rained, and then it kind of slowed down, and then it stopped, and it became warm. Not warm enough for me. Mind you, we have to ride on a boat ride back and then get in a car. And one thing that I hate about the beach, and this is something that happened in Puerto Rico when I went in December last year. We got to the beach, we went to the beach a lot, we were always covered in sand. And then we were always like damp. And I hated being damp. And I hated it was the worst. It was the worst. I hated like sitting in like a wet bathing suit and being covered in sand. You know? So I got into the water, but only a little bit. I went about waist deep. And I realized that at this beach in particular, like the ground is like pointy. And I don't know if you guys like have been to certain beaches. Like the sand was almost pure white. It is beautiful. It was so pretty. But the sand was crunchy. It was like crushed up seashells, you know? And the waves were kind of rough because it just finished raining, right? So the water was still a little bit like, you know? So I didn't go all the way in because I was like, ow, my feet. I'm not going any deeper than this. And people kept like falling over. I kept seeing people standing up and getting knocked over by the waves. And I'm like, I'm not going that far. I'm okay right here. And because it stormed and because like the tide was high, there were these like big things that kind of looked like rocks. They were dark. And I picked one up and I realized it was like a shell that was covered in coral. And I was like, whoa, these are cool. And I was looking down the coast. Look how pale the sand is, by the way, and how blue the water is. It was incredible. This was after it rained. And this is my tama because my tama has to eat every like 46 hours, right? So I brought it everywhere with me. Right? We're locked in. We're locked in with our Tamagotchis, okay? I'm looking down the coast and I see this big shell. And it's pink. And it's got like coral around it. So I pick it up and I'm like, whoa, this is what I'm taking home from the DR. I didn't buy anything. Like, well, I bought a rosary or two, but I didn't get anything else when I was there. It was this shell. It's like covered in like dead coral. And it's like, I don't know what the crab is called, but there's a food called lambi that my mom really likes. And it's made out of like the thing that's in the shell, I think. But it's a big like swirly shell. And it's covered in coral, and I thought it was super sick, and it looks so pink in person, and so that's what I brought home. This is where the natural swimming pool was, so it was just like this part of the water that was shallow, as you can kind of see by that little guy on the left. It was about like waist deep. I brought my Kindle, and this is when I started book number 3 in this series. I was eating this series up. So there's this series that I was reading. Okay, so maybe I should look up the books I read so I can tell you guys. But essentially there's a series. The first book is called Before the Coffee Gets Cold, and it's essentially time travel, kind of. But there's a few rules, like if you go back in time, you can only do it at this place at this time. It has to be a person that's visited this location before. You can only stay there long enough. You have to leave before the coffee that is poured for you gets cold. Right? So people went back to like visit their family members or visit their spouse or visit their children. Like, it was very touching. Every story was individual. And this series is like 6 books long. Okay, so I read 3. No. I think I read the first 2. I read the first 2 books, and then I finished a book called Childhood's End, and that is a sci-fi book about aliens coming to Earth, but taking care of Earth for its own unknown reasons, which you find out in the book. It's really good. If you like Project Hail Mary, that's a pretty good like next book to listen to / read. It's not the same like level of human companionship with like unknown alien species, but it's kind of close. It's pretty cool. The ending's kind of... It's interesting. It's a really interesting read, and I listened to the audiobook version, which was delightful. I love audiobooks. So I finished that one. I read the first 2 of the other books, and then I decided, for whatever reason, I don't know what came over me. It was the worst choice I've ever made, but I finished the book in a day. I had just finished one of the books that I read, and I said, okay, cool. And then I pick up this book. It's... alright. It's a cheesy romance book about, like, 2 best friends who were in love with each other, don't realize that they're in love with each other, and they fake date. It's the most cliche. Oh my goodness, it was so cliche. It was so cliche. Everything about it was, okay. Like, the guy is, like, handsome, right? And also, he really loves to read, right? And also, he's a professor. And also, well, like, he's a TA. And also, he speaks French. And also, he's a childhood friend. Oh my goodness. And the protagonist, she's, like, gorgeous, but she doesn't know it. She doesn't think so. She's a fashion designer student in New York. And her mom's a famous fashion designer. It's all of the tropes that you think would happen in this book. All of them happen. All of them happen. The guy, like, giving her flowers, calling her by a flower nickname. It's a whole thing. Like, he writes French poetry. Like, it was so... I think I'm gonna go rate it 3 stars. I haven't, like, marked it as a completed book on Fable yet. But I think I'm gonna give it 3 stars because, like, I knew what I was getting into the moment I picked up the book. Alright? Like, the moment I saw it on Kindle, I was like, okay. I want something light. It is junk food. It is, like, junk food book, right? I read it, I'm like, ugh. It's exactly what I thought would happen. But I have to see it through. Alright, I don't like not finishing books, so I had to see it through. It was really short. I read it, I was like, oh. As long as one enjoyed the story, like, okay, it's the same level of enjoyment you would get as watching a Hallmark movie. You know the premise of a Hallmark movie. You know basically what's gonna go down. Some business guy that comes to a small town because he's, you know, his family lives there. Or some lady that works way too hard comes to visit her hometown for the holidays, and then she meets this guy who's a prince and or a farmer and or some other niche thing. They have a reunion. She goes, oh, I need to prioritize my work. Or the guy is the main person. He's like, oh, I need to go back to New York on a quick business thing. And she goes, oh, but it's Christmas. You have to stay here with me. And they kiss under the mistletoe, blah, blah, blah. You know, it was basically that. So if you say that Hallmark movies are good, this book is good in the same way that Hallmark movies are good. And by good, I mean bad. And by bad, I mean good. You know what I mean? So that was like book 4. Or book... Yeah, that was book 4 that I read. Aw, it's cute. And then you forget about it in a week. Literally that. It's like a feel-good 2-second long book, you know? So I read that book in an afternoon. And I think I covered most of the excursion things we did. Oh, so it was like Friday, I think. We left on a Tuesday. So on Friday, so Moth Mom wanted one thing for her birthday from me. I personally don't like dancing. My sister's professional dancer. Moth sister's very talented, and I used to do dance with her, and then I realized, 1, she's cuter, 2, she's way better than me. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that anymore. I feel like I'm embarrassing myself. I don't really like dance like that. It's fine. I mostly stopped dancing. My mom, one day when I was a kid, decided, Juni, you need to, like, learn the dances of your people. You know, you need to learn how to do bachata. You need to learn how to dance merengue. And I was like, and it was just me in front of basically like a Zumba, like, DVD, learning how to dance. And I was so embarrassed, and my dad's very critical and was like, you're doing this step wrong. You're doing this thing wrong. He doesn't even dance. He doesn't dance. So I just remember learning the dances that are like common that Dominicans do and being really, really embarrassed. And so I stopped kind of dancing as a kid because I didn't like it anymore. It was embarrassing. But like if I was with my brother, like Moth brother can dance and I'll dance with him and only him. So I'd maybe dance those dances like twice in my life. Willingly. And I didn't anymore. So Moth Mom goes, Mija, for my birthday, I want you to dance with me. We're gonna go to a club and we're gonna dance the night away. Okay? And I need you to dance with me. And I was like, okay. I knew this months in advance. She told me months in advance, and I said, okay. By the time it happens, I'll be over it. I'll get over it. It's gonna be fine. So I end up going to this club with Moth Mom. Mind you, she's very picky, and understandably so. We went to a club that had live music, that had like an older kind of demographic, so it wasn't like young people like in tube tops and everyone was drunk. It was like everybody in there was dancing. The music was really cool and good. It was a tribute night to somebody. I don't remember his name. So the music was really, really fun. There was like a bunch of like cool instruments in there. And so I had me a little, what did I have? A rum and coke. And then I downed it, and I was like, all right, Moth Mom, we're gonna dance. The person that she was typically dancing with, I realized he wasn't a good dancer. And I knew that Moth Mom wanted to dance. So I was like, all right, let me get into this. So we were dancing. I danced with her. I danced with my grandpa. I danced with my aunt a few times. And then I was like, all right, I'm good. Thank you. I just had to have a little something to drink, and then I was good to boogie. So we danced until like 1 a.m, and I think it may have been Saturday. Actually, we had church the next morning, and I was like, guys, I like the whole trip. I was like, hey, when are we going to church, and where are we going to church? So I know. For a while, Moth Mom was like, I don't know. We're going to your aunt's church, whatever that is. I said, oh. Okay, when? Because I just want to make sure I get up on time and then we get there on time. Because I like to be places early, especially when it comes to church. I like to go to church like 45 minutes early. I don't like being late. So I wanted to make sure the person that was driving us would know this. But if we didn't know a time, we didn't know a place, and how would we do that? So like the night before, I was like, hey, we really need to figure this whole church thing out, because it's the only thing I need. The only thing I need is to go to church on Sunday. That's it. It's Pentecost. Let me go. So we ended up going to church early. Everyone woke up. We all got there early. It was Pentecost, like I mentioned, so that was pretty nice. I realized that the church was Carmelite because I was looking around and I saw like the crest for the Carmelites. And then I saw a bunch of Carmelite saints, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. And then I saw someone in a habit, like a friar, and I was like, yo, whoa, what's going on in here? But it was pretty neat. Is that the cheesy Hallmark book? Now and Not Yet. No, okay, so Now and Not Yet was a book that I started. I didn't finish it yet. It's like a Christian book. I like to occasionally read a Christian self-help book. I don't know. I like the vibe. Because it's usually written by, like, millennial women or, like, Gen X women. And they kind of got a little bit of attitude. And sometimes I just need to be told, like, Juni, you need to just wait. Like, you need to wait for good things to happen to you. Oh, this was the club, by the way. So there was, like, a live singer. There was a guitar in the far back. You can't really see it, but there's this guy playing saxophone. And there was a trumpet and a trombonist and a keyboard and some backup singers. It was awesome. It was great. There were so many people sitting around, but, like, honestly, good stuff. Shout out Juni, giving them a church. I had to do what I had to do. This is the only thing I asked for. Whenever we travel abroad, the only thing I ask for is to go to church on Sunday. Because I gotta, no matter where I am in the world. Right? The homily was really good. It was a really short service. This church is one of those that has a lot of people. And so there were maybe 5 or 4 masses on Sunday. And so we went to one of the ones that were slower because it wasn't the very first mass. But it wasn't the 11 o'clock mass, right? So it was like 9:30, right? Nice and brass and wind. Yeah, it was like full. It was awesome. So we did end up going. It was pretty brief. The kneelers were made out of just wood. So I was like, oh, I don't have the best knees. So it's a little bit of a penance to kneel on wooden kneelers the whole time. But honestly, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. I could deal. And I did deal. Yeah. Beautiful ocean. Yeah! Oh, on the boat ride back! The scary boat ride back from the island. It actually wasn't that scary and very relaxing. Yeah, I did wear a life vest because, again, I can't swim. But it was very soothing. We were on the boat for maybe like 45 minutes on the way back, but it took us like an hour and a half to get there going because the boat was bigger and it was slow. But we were speeding and skimming across the water, and the people in the bigger boats were like, oh my goodness, whoa. You guys okay? And I was waving because they looked kind of horrified, like I was looking at the other fast boats horrified. But it was actually very soothing. And it was like, this was the bigger boat we were on, basically. It was like that shape and size. I like flying. Boats are the best. Yeah, it was pretty neat. Yeah, we were on a tinier boat. I didn't take a picture of the tiny boats because every time I would see one, by the time I got my phone out, it was gone because they were so fast and scary. But that like picture of like the horizon where it's just like the blue sky and the ocean, that was like on the way back after the storm had passed and everything. But there were some crazy storms when we were there. But all of the buildings, or most of the buildings, are made out of concrete. So it keeps the like heat out, I think. Right? I think that's the point. And it's also like hurricane proof, essentially. So in storms, I did not feel uncomfortable or unsafe. Because like the building is like solid. So, and the walls are super thick. But in America, it's like all wood and like drywall, and it feels like our houses are made out of toothpicks in comparison, but it does keep the heat in, and I guess that's why we have houses built that way. I don't know. Oh, that's right after the storm. Yeah, there was like a little storm like when I was on the beach, and then it cleared up after 30 minutes, and then it was clear for like half an hour. Then we got on the boat, and that was all the way back. Also, concrete's better for earthquakes. True. Yeah. My girlfriend's main mission is teaching me how to sing, dance. Oh! You'll figure it out. Honestly, if you go to one of those, like, clubs that they just dance, you can watch people and pick things up. Like, I improved a significant amount because I was watching all the other people, and I was like, oh, they make it look really effortless. I want to do that thing where they spin each other, because there's a lot of spinning in one of them, and I was like, dang, I want to do that. So I was watching people, and then I would see Moth dancing with someone, and they weren't dancing very well. They were just kind of stepping side to side. They were like, hee hee, hee 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 hee. And that was it. I was like, no, it's my mommy's almost birthday. I need to spin her. I need to dance her real good. So I was like, come over here right now. You're dancing with your daughter, with me. And I'm taller than her, so it felt really, really cool. And I realized that, like, I used to do ballroom, and usually there's someone that's leading and someone that's following. So the first time that I danced with my mom, I assumed that she was going to lead because she's the, like, professional dancer. She was not leading. She was just kind of doing her thing, and so we were doing our thing together. And I was like, no. So when we danced, like, the second or third time, I was like, no, I'm gonna lead. Okay, you're playing games. You're just doing whatever I'm doing, and I'm not doing much. So you're expecting me to do something, so I'm gonna start doing stuff. So I took some creative liberties, and we danced. Like, less than wood. These houses are like styrofoam almost. Yeah. I don't like the way our houses are built. If you could see, like, that building across from mine is made out of, like, concrete, right? It was really nice. This is the view from my room. We were on, like, the 5th floor. It was very lovely. The guy's usually the lead. So the thing is, I was dancing with my mom. My mom's a girl. And if you didn't know, I'm also a girl. I think the person that's lead when it comes to two people who or like one person who doesn't know how to dance and one person who does know how to dance, the person that should be leading is the person that knows how to dance. which I assumed to be my mom. She didn't lead me at all. So I decided to man up. I had to man up and dance with my mom. But it was great. Hi, Hashi. Hi. It's very romantic. I have danced with guys before because I know how to waltz and I learned how to salsa. And there was this one guy I went to Moth University with who would dance with me. We would do all of our partner dances together because he was single, I was single, we were both uninterested. This is the picture after the storm on the fast boat, by the way. Isn't that gorgeous? Wow, so blue. I was like, this is so picturesque. Yeah. I went to Germany once to see my dad's side of the family, and those houses are thick. Yes! The walls are thick. The walls are very thick. And you can see it in the doorways, too, that they're thicker. It's like, whoa. I can put my whole hand here, and it's like the width of a wall. It's like that in Puerto Rico as well. I thought that was pretty neat. Yeah. So when I went to DR, I was like, man, these are German walls. And Malfa was like, what? I was like, the thickness. No? She's like, what? No, and then she started explaining it. And I'm like, no, I know why. It's the same. It's the same. My dad took ballroom dancing in college, and he was the only guy in the class. Okay, side story, but kind of relevant because it's talking about dancing, and I danced. So I did ballroom in college, as I mentioned, in Moth College, and my dungeon master, I found out, was really good at ballroom dancing. And I had no idea he was really good at swing. I joined ballroom because I wanted to learn how to do swing. Pretty picture, thank you! And I learned a little bit, and I was a really good, not lead. I'm really good at following. If someone's gonna drag me around the dance floor, I can keep up. I'll do whatever crazy things you want me to do. And I'm very light, so they're able to do lifts and crazy stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'll go with it. This is my jam. You know what I mean? So, I didn't know this guy was really good at dancing. I just thought he was a DM, and I thought all DMs were kind of nerdy and, don't do any hobbies. Boy, was I wrong. We went to swing dance. It's like a little thing that the jazz band does. A lot of schools do this where their jazz band plays swing music and then people swing dance. Went to one of those. I went every year because it's so fun. Why not? Right? So I'm dancing with my friends, kind of just goofing off, teaching them how to swing dance a little bit, and then my DM's like, yo, you want to dance? I'm like, me? You? Yeah, all right. When I tell you I was swept off my feet, it was the craziest 3 to 6 minutes of my life. Let me tell you. Oh my goodness, I feel like I was flying. So I really do like to dance certain dances. Just, I guess I have to loosen up a little bit first, right? the Tamagotchi that keeps popping up. Okay, let's get into it. I have a Tamagotchi. I can press the buttons, you can hear him. Here. Let me see. No, he's very quiet. You can't hear him very much. Okay. So, I have a Tamagotchi that Okamura gave me when I went to Reach. It was the day we went to Disney. She was like, I have a gift for you. And it was a Tamagotchi, and it was some pom-pom-prune stuff and some cute stickers. If you didn't know, Mira's, love language is, gift giving. And so every time we go somewhere or she goes somewhere, she always gives people stuff. And it makes her so happy to see people excited about the things she gives them. And I have a Tamagotchi, so when I went on my trip, because I was at Reach, she gave me my Tama before we got to, Disney, right? I opened it up, and I was like, all right, I'm going to start this, right now. Because you're right here, and I need to figure out how to do this. So if you saw me during Reach, you would know that I had my Tama on me, because I had just gotten it. Right? And so I started it when I was in, the line for Ratatouille. At Epcot. Speak up, boy. I don't like to put his volume all the way loud. I will be showing more pictures and videos of my Tamagotchi in the future, though. Okay, so I have my Tama. I started it, in the airport. Right, there's my Tama on the left. He's orange, and he looks like a little sleeping blob. That's because he was a teen at the time. My Tama is now fully grown, and he looks like a dinosaur. I'll have to pull up a picture because I can show you guys what my Tama currently looks like. So I started it it starts off as a little baby, and then it turns into a child, and then it turns into a teen. And depending on what food you feed it when it's like a baby, it evolves into like a child or a teen of a specific kind. And then depending on how well you take care of it, it'll evolve into something as an adult and stay that way until it dies, gets married, leaves home, etc. You know? It was very nice of her. Oh yes, I love my Tama. So something I realized was that this is so silly. So in the Discord, there is someone named Word Watcher, okay? And every day he goes, is it breakfast time for anyone else? Is it evening meal time for anyone else? Is it dinner time for anyone else? Is it snack time for anyone else? And that's when I'm like, oh yeah, I need to eat. So here's the thing about Tamagotchis, right? You need to feed them regularly. Every few hours. There's like 6 hunger bars and like this happiness meter. So every like hour, I think one of the food... It depends what Tamagotchi like adult you have, but it's around every hour or 2 hours a food meter will go down. So you have to feed it regularly. Basically around the same amount of times that you need to eat. Now, this moth girl, this antique shop attendant happens to forget to eat all the time. All the time. It may just be an ADHD thing, but I forget to eat. Okay, I'm getting there. Okay, so if I forget to eat, let me start a Tama, right? Because I hadn't run my Tamagotchi since like January or February. I always run one when I travel, meaning like I start a new one, right? And I run it until it dies, and then I consider starting a new one. That's what mine looks like right now. You can't really see the dinosaur in it. You can just see the case. I just want to show off the case because it's really cute. It looks like a carrot. It looks like a carrot. I love it. I had one and it died in a day. It's because you got to take care of it. For the first 2 days, you really got to be on it, right? But after that, it's kind of easier to take care of them. So what I realized was, oh, if I forget to eat, but my Tamagotchi has to eat regularly, then I'm only allowed to feed my Tamagotchi when I eat. In that case, I started eating regularly because I'm feeding my Tama regularly now. And like whenever I forget to eat, I almost kill my Tamagotchi and then I feel bad. So I started treating myself as a Tamagotchi and I eat whenever my Tama needs to eat. And then I drink water pretty frequently. So it's been keeping me like on a regular like eating schedule, which is so great. The orange is so bright. I know. Do it for her. Exactly. So in a way, I've been taking care of my own health because I have a Tamagotchi who needs me. And so I need to take care of myself too. So we eat together. So every time I go to the dinner table or something, I bring my Tama with me and I check it and I feed it. And I play a game with it. And then I take care of myself because I'm taking care of my Tama, right? Also, I realized when I got home, I was like, dang, I really gotta gain some weight. I wanna be heavier. But then I realized I had to lift weights and I have to do all this other stuff. So I got groceries and now I'm like, I feel like I'm mentally prepared to like take on June because I now have like the things that I want to need. And I now have the Tama that I needed and everything. And it's awesome. Is there a DC link somewhere? DC. What do you mean by DC? Let's go. Shout out to the little Tama. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I love my Tama. So I've been taking it everywhere with me during this trip. And I've been showing people it and they think it's really neat. And also, people do think I'm younger. Oh, man. It's awful. That's just been, like, the theme of anytime I travel. People think I'm a kid. So I bring my my ID everywhere with me. The issue with me bringing a certain amount of things with me everywhere is that sometimes I leave things. I was reading my Kindle in my bed most days before I took it out when I went places after a while. Because there's such a language barrier between my family and I, if they're just all talking about something like politics or something, I'm like tuning out. And I read a few chapters of my book. And then they ask me about my book and I tell them about the book I'm reading. Not to be antisocial or anything, they're like, wow, our granddaughter, our niece, she's so clever. She reads so many books. What are you reading now? And I'm like, I'm reading about space aliens. I'm reading about time travel. I didn't know why I liked that, like, casual. It's kind of like a casual slice of life book. And I was like, why do I like it so much? Because there's time travel in it. Because it's like a slice of life anime with time travel. Those are like my two niches, right? And so I read that. The only thing I read out of the regular rotation was that one romance book. I think it's called like Picking Daisies on Sundays. Oh, it was the worst. It was the worst. I would read it again in a year. I would. Oh my goodness. It was 3 stars. Like, I can't even rate it super low because it's exactly what I expected it to be. I was just disappointed, you know. You know, Slice of Life's peak. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, right? It was good. It was good. It was good. Like, good in a bad way. Ironically good. Let me show you what Tamagotchi I have currently. So the thing is, like, if it dies after 30 days, then it becomes like a really pretty, happy star because, like, it, like, lived a fulfilled life or whatever. But I wanna run it as long as I can, this Tamagotchi. But after I have this one, I want to get Mamechi because it's my favorite Tama, but I don't have him yet. I messed up and I got a different one. There's a few Tamas that I have on. So I have it's called the Tamagotchi Paradise. There are different models of the Tamagotchi. I have the Tamagotchi Paradise, and it has that wheel on the side. There's like a dial wheel on the side. If you see another picture of it, you'll be able to know what I'm talking about. It's on the right side. And there's 5 different kinds now, but originally there was 3 different kinds. And, oh, sorry. The kind that I have is the land Tamagotchi Paradise. So in the land one, you can only get a certain amount of... Let me just show you the chart. Tamagotchi Paradise. Here's the chart. I see the chart. The chart that I looked at. I looked at it afterwards because I didn't want to spoil it for myself, you know, because it's kind of cool to, like, get a random Tamagotchi. So, I wanted it to feel random, but afterwards I got restless and I was like, no, I need to... I need to know! I need to know which one I'm gonna get. Let me do this. Save! Let me do this. I can find the picture I just saved so I can show you. The Tama chart! Da-da-da-da! Okay, so I have the land one, so it's only this column, right? So when I started my Tama, it looked like this little egg thing. Like, it's a little round ball, and then after a few hours, it becomes a land kid, right? And depending on what food you give it, it becomes any of these 4 little young, which are like the teens, right? The first one I had was the Roar Young, so it was the pink one. And then it became Meowchi, right? Meowchi was the one I got for the first time I ran it, which means I did everything perfectly. I fed it on time. It was no care mistakes. I was incredibly attentive. I didn't miss a single hour of anything, right? For the first 2 days. Okay. What happens after it becomes a star? Oh, it dies. it becomes a star when it dies. Yeah. So I want Mamechi. I didn't know how to get him. I just kind of fed the little creature worms because I thought it would be cute. Because the worms look like gummy worms. So I was like, I'm gonna do the worms and see what happens. Because last time I remember, I fed it meat. So I just wanted to see what would happen randomly. So I have this little dinosaur one. Sebrichi? The one that's furthest. That is like the lick young. So mine was orange as you saw in the pictures. And then it evolved into this little dinosaur, right? This little yellow dinosaur. So he's really cute. I almost had Leopachi and I was really excited, but, you know, at first I was kind of sad because I was like, oh, Sebrichi's not that cute. But he kind of grew on me. I like his little silly lips. But I really want to get Mamechi. Any of these, I had Sheepchi once, because I neglected my Tama. And then it died. But I really want Mamechi. Mamechi's really cute. So I'm gonna go for Mamechi next after mine moves away. What is the one that Mira had? She has the other Tama, this one, the sky one. So all of the ones she can get are these. I think she had a Gemchi, I think, and then Quinn has the middle one, the blue one, the water one. Yeah, but mine are the pink ones. So I can only get the ones that are pink, and then I can like breed with other ones and get different combinations and colors and stuff like that. I might go for Violet Chi next, or Mamechi. I like them. They're all really cute. They're all really, really cute, you know. But I'm only running this Tamagotchi because, like, if I do anything else, it'd be crazy. Calling his lips a little. Listen. It's fine. It's fine. I think I have the most, like, for my Tama in particular, I have a lot of the original Tamas. So Mamechi and Mimichi are some of the original Tama evolutions you can get. And then I think the sky one, the one that Mira has Kuchipachi, which is a very common one. The green guy. Let me see if I can find him on the chart. He's green. That one that looks like a lump. That one right there. You see him? Yeah, that one is one of the old original ones. I think the water one is the one that has the most newest ones. But yeah. So I really love my little Tamagotchi paradise, and I'm going to be running it. And then one of my favorite YouTubers just made a like 1 hour long YouTube video on running Tamagotchis and how she has 6 of them now. I don't think I can handle 6. But for me right now, I've been using my Tamagotchi as like a meal tracker. So I did that the entire trip long, right? So last day of the trip comes. So for the last 2 days, we basically just stay at the Airbnb, and then we have family come over. We throw my mom a birthday party. We get her this really yummy, delicious. They're called Milky Way cakes, but it's really just dark chocolate with more chocolate, and it's chocolate. It's just chocolate, okay? You sing happy birthday. We play that one song in Spanish that you play every time it's someone's birthday. Lift weights while you cook, both exercise and feed yourself. True. So she gets to celebrate, and it's yay! Awesome. It's her 50th birthday, so it was a big deal. And she was saying all the time, she's like, "You're not gonna come spend time with me for my 50th birthday? You should come. You should come visit." She invited like everyone in the family to go dance with her, and only me and my grandpa and my aunt, and yeah, we only went. But we had a great time, honestly. It was awesome. So it doesn't matter if no one else went. We had a blast. Everyone was invited, but the real ones went. But it was really fun. So we had our little party. I started feeling nauseous 2 of the last days. So one of those days I was just like in bed. I was like, ugh. I don't think it was food poisoning. I don't know what it was. I just felt like terrible one day. I was like in pain one day, and then I took medication for it. My aunt's a nurse, so she was like, "Oh, here you go. Here you go, mi sobrina." And I was like, "Oh, thanks." And she was like, "Oh, you're feeling nauseous? You're supposed to take that with food. I thought you ate already." Ugh. So I was like, "No, it's fine. I'll just..." If you've ever had iron on an empty stomach, that was basically the feeling. It's like pain. It's like pain. Your body hates you. So that was happening to me, unfortunately, for a day. And then I was still feeling a little nauseous the next day, but I was okay. And I got to talk to more of my cousins, more of my aunts, more of my mom's friends that she hasn't seen. She was a kid. They all came to see her for her birthday, and I think that was really awesome. And we left the day after her birthday. So after everyone visited, after we had like different parties and ate a bunch of yummy food, we were gonna go home. And I said, "Oh, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord, because I'm so ready to go lay in my bed. I want to lay in my bed so bad. I want to play Overwatch." What I didn't realize was I left my Kindle on the bed. So my Kindle is currently in the Dominican Republic, which would be distressing. It is a little bit, but not as much as I thought it would be. I am a little distressed. I miss it. But Yeah, my Kindle is currently away, but I have family there, so like my uncle's picking it up, and then my aunt's gonna mail it or something. I need to get it back eventually. Oh no, that sucks. It happens, you know. Okay, so we have 2 flights that we have to make. International flight, that one was fine. We had a bit of a kerfuffle checking in. It happened. Facepalm, that's how I feel. I didn't realize it was missing until my mom told me, and then I checked my bag and I was like, oh my gosh, it's not here. I thought it was in my bag this whole time. No! Wrong, and you're a fool, Juni. So my reading has been on pause because I don't have my Kindle. And I don't like reading on my phone, so I'm putting my Kindle back. I'm just gonna read paperback books, which is okay. Because I was reading What Remains of the Day. It's another Japanese novel about a British butler who travels the British countryside because he's never done that before and for other various reasons. And it's written in like kind of older English. Not necessarily like ye old English, but it's like posh. So it's very like dense, you know? Because I just finished reading a romance book written probably by Gen Z, you know? So the language was super casual, super easy to read it. But this guy is like, oh my goodness, you're so long-winded, which is fine. I just need to lock in. Like, my attention span really was like working its extra muscles for that one, you know? I really had to earn that one. So, I was taking my time reading through that one when I was on the plane back, so I didn't really look for my Kindle because I just assumed it was in my bag like it always is. I don't have to take it out during TSA because it's small enough that you don't need to take it out, so I just assumed it was there. Wrong. Is this book talking down to me? No, like, it's just, he's very, very long-winded. And then I read a good amount of the encyclical that the Pope wrote. So, you know, it was a lot of, like, heavier language going on. It was hefty. But, yeah, that's what I was reading. So we take our first flight. We get to the airport. We have several hours until the flight that takes us home. As it turns out, 10 minutes before boarding started, and there was no announcement made. 10 minutes before boarding started, they changed the gate across the airport. So most people that were sitting at the current gate that they thought was the new gate missed their flight. We were one of them. We were supposed to get home at like midnight. Okay, I was already exhausted. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get home tomorrow. I'm not gonna be in my bed till like 1 in the morning. Wrong. You're actually staying in the state you're in. You're staying for another day. So vacation extended another day. And we had to spend the night and take 2 more planes. Ooh, 2 more planes. 2 more planes. To get home. I don't like being on planes. I realized I was like, this is the worst. This is the worst. But we ended up getting home, obviously. And by 5 o'clock the next day, because I wanted to be back on Wednesday. I don't stream Wednesdays. But I was going to stream on Thursday, but we just got back Wednesday night. So I was like, you know what? I'm good. I think I'm gonna stream on Saturday instead, because man, this is rough. But we did make it home in one piece. But part of my piece is missing, that piece being my Kindle. But it was overall a good trip. I'm just happy to be home. I did learn how to relax because I did not allow myself to check Discord. I did check it once because I was worried that something wrong happened. I don't know. This was like the first time I left you guys unsupervised for an extended period of time. So it was like day 6. I like got Discord on my iPad and I looked at the Discord just to make sure that everyone was okay and no one was dying and stuff. And you guys were okay. And then I posted one thing on X and then I closed everything out. So it was actually a true break, which is a rare thing. So needless to say, I'm very rested and rejuvenated for June. June is usually a big Juni month because well, you know, June, Juni, it's like a letter off. It's the same thing. So usually I go like really hard in June. last June I streamed every single day, and then I also debuted on Irium, and I also did a whole bunch of other crazy stuff. I'm hoping to just post content every day. So streaming on the regular times and days, but I think I'm gonna be YouTube only for the month of June to see if we can kind of push for a YouTube partner. It's not like a concurrent viewer kind of thing, it's more of a watch hour kind of thing. So if I stream more on YouTube, then I think the stream watch hours go toward my total watch hours. So that's completely doable, I think, to do in a month. And I'll be posting YouTube shorts, and I'll be posting more stuff. And also, I've been applying to a lot of stuff, and I've gotten into a lot of things. And so I'm excited to share some new things with you, but I can't talk to you guys about it yet because I think I'm going to be a little overzealous and too excited. So I'm really focusing on making content I want. Okay, so what happened was I did a VTuber consultation right before I left, the Monday before I left, and I left on Tuesday. So I got all these like new ideas and new advice from a professional. So I was like, all right, as soon as I get back, I'm gonna really think about these things and I'm gonna really do these things, right? So I did a whole bunch of like prep work before I left, and I was getting like confirmation emails while I was away and all these other stuff, and I'm really locking in. So just June is gonna be a big Juni locks in month, right? Good thing I checked you out on here today. Thanks, KJ. You stayed away from all that. Yeah, I did. I popped on, I saw like a drama thing, and then I muted the word that was associated with the drama, then I closed X. I've been so like offline. It's been great. When's your birthday? My birthday's in February, so not June, but my name is Juni. So, obviously. Go Juni, I will go. I'm learning how to edit and everything. If that Hallmark book is junk food, the Butler book is meat and potatoes. No, truly. Too much flying for Moth, huh? Yes! Yes, I need to go back in my antique shop. I wanted to be in my antique shop so bad. This is the only thing I wanted, was to come back to my shop, close the door, turn on the close sign, and like get back in my painting and lay in my nice warm bed. Okay, I don't like leaving. I don't like leaving. I want to be here. So there is one thing I have at the end of June, so I will be posting shorts that day instead of streaming because I'll be away. But I'm locking in, guys. I'm locked and loaded. I'm ready to go. I remember that now. Wasn't it like the 18th? It's the 21st. 21st of February is my birthday. And I celebrate it every February 21st. I have been doing it since I started streaming. I will continue to do it. Oh, good news. I'm going to be getting something done very soon. 2 things done. I guess I can't really talk about them yet, but I'll show you guys the silhouette as soon as it's actually done. I guess you guys know what that means, but I won't spoil. I might tomorrow. Yeah, I might tomorrow. Yeah. I want to go home and play Overwatch. That's and you know what I did? And honestly, okay, so 2 crazy things happened before I left. Thing 1, VTuber consultation. So I got a whole bunch of advice. I took a whole bunch of notes. I locked it. Okay, thing number 2. Jemmy knows someone who is like a professional, like Overwatch coach. And they looked at my stuff and they're like, okay, you're doing like 6 million things wrong. Not in a mean way at all. You know, just like you are always standing in the wrong place and you are doing X, Y, and Z incorrectly. And I think I internalized that in a good way because like I was thinking about like I would literally have dreams about Overwatch. After stream ends, I'm going to be playing Overwatch. Just know that for a fact. I will be on Overwatch in the next few minutes. Okay? Understand me. But when I got back, I was absolutely cracked at the game. And I think I just like think about Overwatch because I usually play for like an hour or 2 every night. I got back and I don't know what happened to me. I was like, who is this person playing? I was having like the best days of my life. I started goofing off and playing new characters. I was like, yeah, let let me hop on Lifeweaver real quick. I don't know. I'm a Zenyatta main, and I decided, let me hop on it and play Lifeweaver just for fun, just cause. I don't know what happened to me. Something unlocked. Like, I was watching a streamer play Lifeweaver for like a few minutes, and I'm like, oh, I understand now. I understand the art that is playing Lifeweaver. I need to do this when I get home. And then I did. That's what's up, Judy. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Oh, that's right. I don't know why I was thinking the 18th. Mine's actually on the 20th. Birthday neighbors. Whoa. Overwatch 2, right? Okay, so what happened was, there was original Overwatch and then Overwatch 2. And then a few months ago, they decided to get rid of the Overwatch 2 title and to rework Overwatch. And now it's just called Overwatch. There's no 2. It's just Overwatch now. It's also the 10-year anniversary, so I've gotten the new skins. I dropped real money on Overwatch yesterday, and I bought a Pinocchio skin for Zenyatta. I don't regret it at all. I don't. He looks really cool. And this is like one of the first times, well, I have the Royal Astronomer skin that I use most of the time, but I decided this time, I have a Pinocchio skin. And people were like, yo, Zen, you have a sick skin. I was like, wow. The other Zenyatta thought they were talking about him, and I assumed they were talking about him. And my team was like, oh no, I meant the other one, like you, but it's pretty cool too. Juni didn't waste any time. No, because Maximilian's vault, so I think his name is Maximilian. There's this like vault thing where you can get discounted like rare and legendary skins. And I was like, oh, yo. Because they're usually recommended by like your top 3 to 5 favorite heroes. And I like Zenyatta, and I was like, dude, I need to like, I'm tripping over myself to get to my computer to see what Zenyatta skin I got recommended. I had never seen this Pinocchio skin ever in my life, and I needed it because I knew that other people didn't have it. Nobody plays Zenyatta, so it's very unlikely that anyone is able to get the super rare old skin. So I like, because I think it's something from a battle pass, so you can't get it really anymore. So I nearly like stumbled over myself, literally like to get to my computer to see what skin I got, and I bought it immediately. Yeah, no hesitation either. I was like, yeah, need. And then I got play of the game when I got complimented on my skin, and they're like, yo, he's a real boy for real. And I'm like, wow. I got play of the game and I got MVP. Like, I don't know what happened to me. That was in quick play, so then I switched to comp. Like, and then I was on a win streak for comp. But I knew I had to stream early, so I went to bed. Okay. Stumbling toward it like a World War Z zombie. Like, not, it was like a half sprint, and then I like tripped, and then I kind of like flipped over my chair. Because I have like really high armrests, and I push them up to my desk when I stream. So it's kind of like, to get in my chair, I usually don't pull my chair back. I usually just step kind of over the armrest. So whenever I'm hastily getting to my computer, I kind of trip over the armrest. Not very responsible of you. Dang, she's good. Listen, it's just like routine now. Like, I was just so proud of myself. You know, last night playing Overwatch, it felt really good. It felt very, very good. So I just patted myself on the back for just an excellent play. Then I went to sleep responsibly. I did go grocery shopping. I did adult things. I answered my emails and everything, you know. But I'm really excited to make my new schedule. I'm excited to announce the certain things that I'm going to be involved in this month. One of them being Art Fest, which is it's kind of an Irium event. So me and I think 16 or 17 other people, anywhere between 15 and 17 other people, are doing this thing where we're gonna draw every day or most days from June to July. And a few of them are friends from Irium. So instead of doing something like Art Fight, because Art Fight has made some silly rules this year that a lot of people don't really like, it's been decided that we're gonna do our own little thing. So it's a bunch of VTubers drawing a bunch of stuff, drawing each other and everything. It's kind of a small thing, but I decided to make a graphic for it. So if anyone wanted to make it a big thing, I'll be posting about Art Fest. Because as you guys know, I've been drawing a lot more regularly, and I want to draw a lot more. I'm locking in for June. I'm going to the gym in June. I'm going to be doing art stuff, and I'm like throwing every ounce of willpower into making content on YouTube. So hang tight, guys. I decided to do a bunch of stuff that I've been wanting to do. Sometimes like there's things that I want to try and I'm kind of scared to try them. And so I've decided that I want to try a bunch of things. So I will be trying to learn how to play chess. I will be making content about stationary things because I really like stationery. I've gotten an affiliate with a certain stationery brand, so you'll be seeing some stuff about that pretty soon. Yeah, and talking about my planners and talking about the books that I've been reading / will read, because I like to read. And I know it's not the typical VTuber thing to like want to make slower paced content, but I really like lifestyle content that's like about reading and about stationery and about studying and learning Japanese. And I joined a language learning server, so it's a bunch of like Japanese speakers and English speakers trying to learn from each other. So you may, if I really like it, you may get a Japanese stream out of me, like a Japanese vertical stream. So yeah. Did you manage to draw one spell on the trip? No. Shout out Jimmark. I'm drinking a ghost protein shake right now. It's the Trick cereal flavor, and it's honestly so good with whole milk. 2 servings. I loved it. This morning, I was like, I'm gonna reach my calorie goals. Okay, I need calories to go to the gym. So like June, I'm doing like everything. Every day of June. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if I like it. We'll see if I grow. We'll see what happens, but it'll be mostly on YouTube. I'm also probably going to be doing some sort of like donathon thing. If I do, something about it will come out today or tomorrow. And you'll know. Also, like I've just been applying myself everywhere because I decided that I'm a VTuber. Well, I already knew that part, but I should be doing the things I want to do instead of the things that I think will work. Because the things that I want to do will end up working eventually, right? So, I've decided that I'm just gonna go for it. Go for everything. So, I applied to a whole bunch of brands, and I researched a whole bunch of brands. I made a media kit. I did all of the, like, extra things. Because I'm very determined to show that I can do this. Just for my own sake, I think. So, pedal to the metal next month, which is in a few days. So, luckily, Juni month starts on a Monday, right? So, the 1st is Monday. I might stream for a full week. I am still kind of working with what I want to do on my schedule and stuff. Doing the stuff you actually want to do is just naturally better content. Yes! Yes. I'm gonna be doing like a Tamagotchi check-in. Because I do have a camera that you guys can like see my Tama. If I get my capture card working, I will be playing Katamari because I haven't played it on stream and I really want to play it. I am going to be doing a stream for the Wholesome VTuber Direct. I'm co-hosting by like doing like a reaction kind of stream while it's live. So you guys will be able to see all the wholesome games. And then I'll be playing more wholesome games because I realize I do actually like them. All this mochi for Juni month. Yeah, and that's why I feel like I really gotta lock in. I think I'll just have like my Ko-Fi thing up this month because I want to save up for a new model design. So I've designed a new model. I'll show you. Because this is not the model sketch. No, I'll show you when the model sketch comes. How about that? Yeah. So I designed a new outfit for me. I'll show you guys. I can't help myself. I designed a new outfit for myself. I got inspired and I decided to draw a new outfit. I do want to draw myself more, but that's going to be happening next month, you know. So I think it came out really, really neat. Yeah. Is it this? This one. Yeah. I do a new outfit. It's not in the best art style. This is like lineless basically, but it's kind of like a jazz singer outfit that I drew myself, and so I'm gonna get this on the model. Yeah, new model outfit. It's gonna be the same model. It's gonna be the same rigger. My rigger has improved so much, so I'm gonna get super rig. I'm so excited. But yeah, I'm gonna get this outfit. Basically, here are the wings. Here are my hat. Yeah. So I designed it myself. I made sure that it was kind of say-so because the skirt is a little high. So I added another skirt underneath the skirt, and I wanted to have a really cool hat because I really like jazz music and stuff. I'll probably do a karaoke stream this month just because I haven't done one on YouTube. Almost looks like you've got rabbit ears. Oh, okay, so my antenna, they fold down. Right? And a lot of people are like, Juni, your antenna, why are they like that? What animal are you? I thought you were a bunny or a dog. So I decided to get more moth-shaped wings and to flip my antenna back up. I might make it a toggle where it flips up and down, so. I could tell you drew it, well, yes, I did. And I'm getting my model mama to draw the, like, model draft in her art style soon. So, that'll be what we're going for a new model outfit and rigging. And also I'm working on cover stuff, song covers. So I want to have a song cover out and complete 110% done by December. And I think it'll happen. I got my harmony guides done. So I'm going to record that. June month? Nah, Juni month. Exactly. Exactly. Every June is Juni month. Yeah. I know a lot of things are happening. It's beautiful. Thank you. I want to draw more with 3D models and stuff, and I'm really excited. So lots of things are happening. Lots of art's gonna be happening. I'm probably gonna learn how to play chess. I'm gonna be lucky and then playing Overwatch. There's a few like overlay stuff I want to try out. Juni, you sing? Yeah. Yeah, I do, but I get really shy singing by myself. I've only done a karaoke stream 1.5 times. I did one on Irium, and then I was in there's a, like, it used to be a thing where a few VTubers would get together and do karaoke on Monday nights, and someone would stream it, so you'd be able to hear everyone sing. So it'll be an unarchived karaoke stream. And if we do reach partner on YouTube, then I'll be able to do, like, member events and member-only streams, meaning if I'm working on my cover and stuff, I could probably, like, record me working on the cover and record me working on secret projects and stuff, so people that are, like, members on YouTube can see them. So maybe there's gonna be karaoke streams that are for members only. Maybe there'll be more music-related streams and more secret planning streams that are members only, so I just tell you guys. But we can't do that unless we reach partners, so I'm gonna work really hard, stream a lot, make a lot of short-form content. Not in a way, like, I don't like the... And I guess it depends. I know that high engagement, a lot of noise, a lot of flashing colors is the most popular editing style of VTubers, and it does really well for the numbers. Like, meta-wise, it's the best way to get engagement, but I really want to, like, curate a calmer, kind of soothing, you know, getting excited about little things, but not, like, I don't really scream on stream, you know, and do crazy things. Not all the time, I just simp for fictional characters. But I think most people do. Yeah, kind of just take it slower. Make slower kinds of things, but a lot of new things. So also there's going to be an announcement coming up in a few weeks now. You'll see it when it comes out, but I can't tell you any details about that one because it's something not entirely related to just me working on things. So you guys will see that pretty soon, but yeah, I'm gonna be putting in a lot of effort. Please root for me and pray for me and hope for me. People on Twitch will not be seeing me for a month, but most people have YouTube and Twitch, so it's okay. God moves the whole world. YouTube's little algorithm is nothing to him. I agree. Yeah, I have mentioned this in the past, a few months ago. I'll mention it again. The kind of content that I want to make is good content that anyone can watch. There was a quote from Martin Luther, which is really unfortunate. That he says that like the Christian shoemaker doesn't put little crosses on his shoes, but he makes really excellent shoes because God values good work. So I kind of just want to make really good content that is wholesome and entirely like me and like the joy that I have. So not necessarily Bible studies and not necessarily, you know, those kinds of things. But I just want to be like a positive light, and you guys will know where it comes from. Obviously, points to cross necklace, gestures to cross necklace, looks down. Yeah, I'm proud of you. Thank you. But you know, I feel like I wasn't giving YouTube enough love. So you'll see me. I'll probably schedule the karaoke stream. I really want to start drawing my thumbnails. So I know I have an idea for the chess one. Yeah. I'll look forward to maybe more collabs. Because there are some people who've been wanting to collab with me that I've been wanting to collab with. That I'm gonna just... I've been reaching out and being like, what are you doing in June? You wanna do something in June? Hey, what's going on? What's going on in June? You wanna hang out? Wanna hang out sometime in June? So, lots of cool things coming up. Lots of cool things. Like, my first affiliated with a brand stream. Other than the calling, I will be playing the calling. Guys, I'm in a game. Did you guys know that I was in a game? I don't know if YouTube knows I'm in a game. I'm in a third-person shooter called The Calling. I'm in it. My character and model are in it. I have voice lines in the game. I'm a playable character. Can I play? I think it's still in beta testing, but it won't. I think it might be really soon. I'm not sure. I'll let you know if you can, when you can. And then we can all play together and do like community night or something. Also, when are we watching Iron Lung? It came out. We should watch it. Neither are good platforms yet. Twitch is worse as its conduct. Yeah, Twitch has been my main platform for a really long time. But because I like to draw and stuff, and short form content allows me to like draw stuff and like have animated stuff and have like short form content that works. And there's more discoverability on YouTube. I'm thinking about maybe leaning more into YouTube. But we'll see how it goes. We're gonna be raising funds for new model land and other new stuff. And also, like, if we really like push for it, I think it's possible that we can get... Because I've been kind of hoping to do this. Moth Mom is like, you should raise money for you. But I've been really wanting Moth Bro and my little nephew to be able to come home and visit family. Because he hasn't been able to do that in a really long time. So if we could also, like, as a secondary thing. Because I don't want anyone to be upset at me not meeting my needs first. But if that could be done as like a secondary thing where we can like raise money for him to be able to come visit family, that's where I'd put anything extra that we make too, so he can come visit with his son, because he hasn't met his son hasn't met his grandma yet, and I think that's really important. He's met my mom, so like one of his grandmas, but not his like great grandma, and I think that's really important. So I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna figure out how to do the Ko-Fi stuff, and I'm gonna figure out how to do YouTube chat and add a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. So look forward to me doing stuff. I'm gonna be working really hard today, a little bit tomorrow to make sure everything's set up for Monday. Yeah. So sweet. I want to be able to see him too. My little nephew. He's my only nephew, so I want to be able to see him too. And to be able to have him meet Moth family, because he's very in touch with like the Hispanic side of him, but not necessarily the American side of him. And I'd like him to experience like American, like Southern cooking Thanksgiving. So if I could like raise money to be able to let him have that experience where he meets his great grandma and gets to see all the things his dad did when he was a little kid, and like what I did when we were kids, and to be able to like have food that he hasn't experienced before with family he hasn't met before, and just feel at home in another place other than where he lives, and just know that like this place is also his home too. I think that'd be nice. You know, a little Thanksgiving dinner at the antique shop because he hasn't visited the antique shop yet. So I think that'd be nice. That sounds as a happy meeting for all at last. Yeah, yeah. I think it'd be really nice for everyone to meet each other. Cause like I realized, like me growing up, part of Moth family was in the Dominican Republic, and I'd only met them when I was 6 years old, and then I didn't see them again for like 19 years. And I think that it's really important to be able to know that like you can come see your family whenever, you know, and to know that there's people that care about you on the other side of the world. It's really not that far, but like in the States, like if you ever want to visit. So yeah, when waking up to the American side of someone, okay, so think of a burger. Yeah. I can't believe that like my little nephew hasn't had Southern mac and cheese and like stuffing and like cranberry sauce. This is an issue for me. He hasn't had cornbread, guys. My little sobrino needs to have cornbread. So yeah, the other side of the water. Yeah, the other side of the pond. Yeah. Quite so, as one must do the best one can with the tools available. The algorithm on YouTube has been appealing in its treatments of new content creators. Yeah. That's criminal. I know. We must bring Operation Cornbread to Sobrino. So I'm gonna be working my little moth off. Trying to do my best for you guys, and then also for my family, so we can have a nice family reunion for Thanksgiving. How can one live having never had cranberry sauce? Well, you can't miss what you've never had, so that's probably why and how, you know. But hopefully I'll make a graphic for it and everything. There's so many things I want to do now. I feel so inspired, and I just feel like I can do them. I will be getting on the case of every VAngeli member, and we will stream. I will find all of them, and we will stream. It's around that time of year where everyone's going on vacation. So I had just went and came back. Mira is now going. I think Melly just left somewhere. And then I think by the time that Mira comes back, we're all going somewhere. And then after that, I think Jemmy's going somewhere. So it hasn't been easy for all 5 of us to get together because it's around that time of year where everyone's going everywhere. And so we can't all be 5 together at the same time because we're all very busy people. But I do love them, and I do we still talk to each other and stuff, guys. It's okay. VAngeli is still very much alive. Our Discord is very much alive, and we are loving on each other every day. On the Discord and on the WhatsApp when I'm not in the country. Yeah, Mira soon on the WhatsApp. That's gonna be great. She's gonna understand. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, thank you guys for hearing me yap about the future and also my vacation. I feel very inspired and well rested, which is a rare Juni moment. Juni rested? I know. That's how I feel. Over the moon excited about a bunch of stuff. So yay! Thank you guys so much for watching. I will probably be live on Tuesday. That's usually what I do. Since the beginning of like Juni month, I might stream on the Monday, but we'll see. Could you share the Discord link? I think there is a thing with Nightbot. Did I spell that right? Ha! Would you look at that? A link to the Discord just for you. Yeah, I need to up all of my Nightbot things so that way you guys can access everything. But I'll work on that today and tomorrow a little bit to prepare for the 1st of June. I'm very excited. So I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. I hope you eat some yummy foods. Prepare for me to lock in. I'm gonna try really hard. I'm gonna try really hard. So later, June. Yeah, June is later. You're right. It's like tomorrow plus a day. I think 31 days in this month, right? 30 days has September, April, June, and yes, There are 31 days this month. Thank you, little song. I don't know if you guys know that one. I do. I use it all the time. 30 days has September, April, June, and November. Any month that are not in that listing is February with 28 days, or they have 31 days. You'll make it, Moth. We'll all make it together. I don't know how to edit, and I'm gonna have to learn very quickly. So hopefully I can clip this stream. Clips. I've never really done those, so I'm gonna figure out how to make clips and to edit them the way that I like. But it's likely that I'll do some kind of lifestyle content, like, guys, I gotta get my life together. Making my bed every day. The books that I've been reading, the stationery that I like, showing you my planner, you know, like the things that I like in my life that I don't show you. You know, because I want to be cozy. So, yeah, I'm grinning. I'm excited to be home. I'm excited to be home. I'm excited to sweat on Overwatch. I will be doing that after I eat lunch because I had to feed my Tamagotchi, so I have to eat. Okay, I'm stalling. I'll see you guys on Monday or Tuesday. Yeah. Read your Bible. I just feel really weird not rating because we're on YouTube. There is a way to rate on YouTube. I just have to set up the settings, and I also have to know people that stream on YouTube, which I don't know yet. Which I will find. Trust you. And trust me. I will find. Oh, all that is super chill. Yeah, I'm trying to be super chill. Overwatch. Yeah, I'm trying to be super chill, but at the same time I really want to sweat on Overwatch, so there's that. Yeah. One step at a time. Yeah. True. Thanks, gang. Okay, I'm gonna not raid now, which is so odd. I'll see you guys so soon.